So we didn't have our mics on, but we do now. So sorry about that, guys.
So here's the mailbox for here. You go into the area where shoot, where are you?
I'm at the top of the stairs. I didn't see where you went. Oh, you went that way. Okay. I was in the other building. That's.
There might be a mailbox near the bar too. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, I see there's a mailbox in here somewhere.
Anyway, there's a mailbox in here.
Cool.
There's a auction house, Galactic Trade Network in here, and then in the other room across the way, or in the middle, there's a mailbox, and then the other room over here is storage.
Oh, I got Admiral Rankin. So, Admiral Rankin of Forward Command, I wanted to take a moment to impress upon you the importance of guild membership in our continued campaign to succeed in planetary conquests. The Dark Council has approved the registration of guild flagships under Imperial law. Having a flagship means your guild efforts will be more effective. You'll also have the ability to quickly assemble your guild virtually anywhere in the galaxy and to share your resources with your guild. Assuming you're the leader of the guild, I recommend registering a flagship at your earliest opportunity. If not yet joining the guild, I strongly suggest you can reconsider. The Empire is strong, but it can always be stronger. And they gave me a couple of flags to go with it. So there we go.
Yep.
Yippee.
Yep, those will add to your decoration bank.
Yep. And I'll open up my bags. Okay. That's all taken care of. Oh, I got some stuff to vendor too. I never cleaned up after the last stream. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, I need to get out of here though. This place is a maze. And not in an amazing good way. There we go. Hello.
So if you come this way, I'm going to show you a couple things. This is a good place to learn professions. If the fleet is very busy and it is like laggy because there's so many people on it, all the professions guys are right here on your own planet, so you can talk to them. And all the sub-profession guys are in the outbuildings here, like archaeology and all that. You don't need to talk to those guys quite as much as your main profession. You'll have to talk to them again, I think.
Okay.
Level 65 or something. Anyway, that's where they are. Here's the main profession guys, and the crew skills, the vendor that sells the things that go with crew skills. There he is, crew skill trade vendor. The little.
I haven't figured out what I want to do with him.
For your recipe.
Yeah, I haven't figured out what I want to do with him with regards to professions yet. So
Okay, well,
give that a little bit more thought.
This is where the vendor is that you get the little white.
You see anything you like? Just let me know.
You can gather those with your. You can either gather them with your missions, crew missions, or you can just buy them off crew skill trade. That's where she is.
Yeah, the skill crew trade vendor, yes. So that allows you to get stuff
Come back
that you
anytime.
don't necessarily make.
There are some companion gift guy right here that you can buy companion gifts for your companion.
And I'll probably be spending quite a bit of credit on that since I piss off Mako all the time.
Well, you're probably better off sending your companions on missions to get gifts.
Yeah.
But you can, if you ever come across the prototype gift fragment, you can turn them into this guy. And then there's somebody on the fleet as well to get a gift.
Now, I had previously
Not the best
already
way to do gifts, but
yeah, I had previously already set up crew skills. So I've got arms tech, scavenging, and investigation. And I haven't done squat with any of them. So
well, you should be doing those while we're going around, but I don't know how many companions you have.
Yeah, I only have Mako. That's it. Because we haven't got
I
to a
have
ship
several
yet.
Yeah, I have several companions because because I've been playing this game for so long that I have all the companions that are not in the main story that you earn throughout the course of the game,
Okay.
like Nico Okar and Master Ranos and Paxton Rawl and Shay Vizsla and all those people. Like I've got so many companions, so I've got them running around doing my profession stuff in the background anyway. But if while we're out questing, if you want to send Mako to do profession gathering, you should feel free. We don't need her. You
Yeah,
know,
she just
first
keeps
of
me
all, we're
healed up, that's
killing
all.
everything. Yeah, but you don't need to be healed up because I can put, if you want to work on your professions, you can send her out because you don't
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
need her. We're killing stuff really quickly.
Yeah, I've not done anything outside of the streams. So that's one of the things. Probably you're
Well,
doing
if
some
you look,
stuff. You're doing some
I
stuff
am,
outside
yeah.
of the streams, yeah.
But also while we're playing, like when we're in a resting place, I send my people off to go get stuff. So if you hit the B key, you can see your professions. If you hit your skill, you can kind of look what recipes you have and what things you have that you need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
And what the components are that you need to gather and stuff, and then you can sort of go, okay, well I need, like in my recipe here, I'm making it armor. I have armor mech. So if I want to make a belt, I've got to get 2 Terenthium metals, which are underworld metals, and then 2 Desh armor assembly components. So I can have my people gather that stuff and make the assembly components while we're questing around. You don't have to sit there and do it. It's something you can do in the field. So yeah, you can, if you want to have Mako start gathering components from the other things that you have, send her out. We don't need her. Just keep her for your quests when you're talking to your, like, don't do it now because you gotta talk to Krista Marcon
Yeah.
here in a minute. But when we're out just killing stuff, you should feel free to do that. Okay, so I have to go speak to Keeper, and you need to talk to Krista Marcon. So should we hop a taxi and get over there?
Yeah, hang on a second. I want to check something because I want to see how many of my I want to see how many of my sorry. Think, Jeff. Mounts. There we go. Wanted to see if I have any of these mounts. Looks like I've got mounts available to me that I've collected. They're collected. I just have to pay for them, right? In order to to have them?
Well, yeah, you'll have to put cartel coins to make them account wide. But yeah.
Well, actually, I've already paid
Technically,
for most of them,
over
so
the holiday. Well, that's good because
I'm going to take care of that right now.
It was 50% off
because I've got all these.
over the.
I have all these mounts collected. I just haven't transferred them over to this character, so I'm going to do that as I'm standing here. So I got one on here that I don't have anywhere else. I'll have to cough up some money to transfer it. Okay. Now I should be able to see my mounts other than the one I have.
And you can, if you go into your legacy on your skills, you should be able to get the activate random mount thing.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
what I
will-
was going to do. Set that up.
Yeah.
Legacy. Why? And that particular item is under, what is it?
Thunder Legacy.
Yeah, but I'm
No,
looking.
it's in your abilities. You're not looking in the right place. You got to go plus P to look for your abilities,
Oh, okay.
and then you'll see that you have your class, legacy, general,
Legacy.
all of that. It's
There we
under
go.
there. And your vehicles are under there, and you can favorite and unfavorite the ones that you want and don't want to use.
And I did just that. Let's see. Let me unlock because I want to do that. And now I should, well, actually I've got a couple of these mounts that are showing up in my, yeah, see all these mounts are showing up now on my bar. I have to,
Yep, you just gotta move them off of there. There. I like to go through and sort of decide which mounts I'm gonna be using. For
yeah,
the
I'm
day.
kind of not discriminatory. I just throw everything on there.
I like it. I just don't. I don't like to. I don't like to use the same mounts on every character. Some characters just don't seem to me like Tauntaun people. You know what I mean? Like.
That makes a lot of sense, particularly if you're doing like an RP. I just haven't got to that point. All right. There. Now I've got something more interesting to ride around on. Yay. Okay. Where are we headed?
Going to the taxi.
Okay. Let's go to the taxi.
Because you need to talk to Krista. Right? I'm actually looking at the map. Yeah, you've got it. Your quest is Mandalorian Enclave.
Destination?
Logistic Officer Albia's Bounty. Oh, you've got that over there.
Yep.
Enjoy your stay.
Let's
Headed
go
there
do
now.
your stuff first. Mandalorian stuff first. Sorry, I'm right behind you. I didn't hop on the taxi. I was looking at the map. I was like, doo. At the map. Looking at the map.
There's a logistics officer I don't need to talk to.
You just turned in a quest with her.
Oh, the where you are? Okay. Did you want me to come over there?
You need to talk to this lady.
The one over on your side?
No. Where I'm standing right here, you gotta turn in a quest with this person.
Yeah, I can't see that right at the moment because I'm in a different area. So I have a quest to turn in over on the other side. Oh, there you are.
Oh, right here. You have a bounty
The
to turn in
logistics
to this
officer?
person.
I'm here to claim the bounty on this Republic scientist. Name's Albea.
Albia, you say? One moment. Yes, here,
You
wanted
remember
dead.
that poor little
You certainly
Republic
fulfilled
doctor
that
you
part.
just murdered?
Give me a
Yeah,
moment to verify her identity.
I got
Very
that head
good.
right here.
Here's your dispensation. Now, if you don't mind, I need to call for someone to clean this up.
The head disposal. The HDP. Head disposal.
Alright, let's go talk to your handler.
A speeder piloting trainer. I already thought I
Also,
already did
there's a
that.
lore. This
Already
is a
did that.
lore item right here.
Oh, learn some
This
lore.
Mandel flag. That'll put a entrance
Is this a
in your
Mandalorian
codex
flag?
about the Mandalorians.
is.
Yep, it is.
Yep.
Mandos. Here's the Mandos.
So the Mandalorian Enclave, the most recent architectural addition to the Citadel. The Mandalorian Enclave is reserved for the Empire's allies among the mercenary Mandalorian warrior clans. Although it may appear to be a simple embassy from the outside, the proceedings inside are anything but diplomatic. The Enclave is a place where new warriors come to test themselves against the Mandalorians and compete in violent and often deadly tournaments, as well as where the best among the Mandalorians help plan the Empire's next strikes. Woohoo! Yay! I never pick those things up, so that's good that you're, like, showing me to do that. And we gotta go in this way.
In your codex, and they are worth some XP. Worthwhile going to get them. I love Krista Martin.
And then I told him, "You think that's cold? You should see what I did to the Gamorrean." I never saw a Rhodian run so fast in my... Whoa. Hello, handsome. You here to sweep me off my feet?
We are here for the Great Hunt. We've been sponsored by Nemro the Hutt.
Ooh,
We
what's
are.
this? Got yourself a pet? Little sister, maybe? It's not enough to hold a real man's interest, anyway.
Mako's the only person in the galaxy who matters to me.
Really? Really?
Your loss. You probably ain't gonna like what I'm about to tell you, but there's nothing I can do about it, understand? There's one spot left open in the Great Hunt, and over 3 dozen hunters who got sponsorships.
Those other hunters can go home. That spot is mine.
It's yours if you can get it. Lots of folks will be thinking the same thing, though. The Huntmaster himself will explain how we're gonna sort things out. Head into the main room, and show some respect. When the Huntmaster's done talking, come on back in here. I'll be handling you from here on out.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Don't like Krista? Come on, she's cool.
Oh, Krista, I like her hair. I'm into women with mohawks, didn't you know? Oh, where'd I go? I went the wrong way.
She made it pass at you and you shut her down. So sad.
Quiet! Quiet, you dogs! The Huntmaster is about to speak. Pay attention and show some respect for once in your lives.
The Great Hunt is upon us. Everybody's gonna hunt and everybody's
heard
gonna
the
die.
Huntmaster.
Today we have too many
You're
hunters
competing
and
for the
all have
last
to
spot in the
compete.
Great Hunt by taking down 3 bounties on Droman Koss.
You expect us to hunt here with Imperials crawling all over us? And Sith?
If you're afraid to compete, the spaceport's that away.
Yes, that's the spirit. For all you overblown, useless, no-talent cowards, we installed a handy exit door. Use it now! The rest
Couple.
of you, the real hunters, go see your handlers. They'll get you oriented to the planet and assign you 3 unique bounties. Everyone who takes down all 3 of their bounties wins a spot in the final melee. Anyone who doesn't get all 3 is out.
Hunting on Drummond Koss? That's suicide. I'm grabbing the first shuttle out of here. I suggest you do the same, friend.
You'll be one less body for me to step over.
At least you got the attitude right. Don't expect this world to roll over for you, though. I'm done here. May your quarry fall before you, Hunter.
Oh, he was
Well, what are
kind.
you standing around for? Back to your handler. That's Krista for you, new blood.
All right, I gotta go
New
talk to
blood.
Mohawk.
New blood.
That's me, newbie.
A dozen cowards just scurried out of here. Probably won't stop till Droman Koss is light years behind him. You understand the basics, right? 3 bounties, hardest targets on Droman Kaz. Gotta get all 3 to qualify for the final melee.
This is the best job in the galaxy.
Ooh, I like you. You're even crazier than the rest of these hunters. Now let's see who your first target is. Whoa, this can't be right. You got enemies among the Mandalorians or something?
Just Taro Blood, the Mandalorian who killed Brayden. What'd he do?
It'll be fine. What are we dealing with here?
I wouldn't wish this bounty on anybody. Gotta play the hand you're dealt, though. The target's a Republic noble named Valtaka. He got captured during an Imperial raid, brought back here, and sold into slavery by mistake.
Why was selling him into slavery a mistake?
He should have been ransomed, but Altaka wasn't properly identified when he got captured. Altaka's slave group was building a big old statue in the jungle. The slaves rebelled and took over the site. Nobody can get in there. We don't even know if he's still alive. If he is, the family will pay big.
I've been looking to earn some real credits for a change.
Well, now's your chance. Assuming you can ever find the guy. The slaves got themselves a tent camp near that statue they never finished. If Altaka's still kicking, he's probably somewhere in there. Before you go, meet your new best friend. The S-86K full-gauge carbonite armor upgrade. You can't shoot a fella with this while he's springing around. It's too slow to charge up. But once that fella ain't resisting, say, after a good long beating, the S-86K will freeze him for transport.
I do love getting new toys.
I expect you'll have plenty of chances to play with that one. You find that Republic noble fella and claim that first bounty, then hurry it on back here as fast as you can.
Yay, I got some carbonite toys.
Alright, we
Level
gotta
22. Woohoo.
We gotta go over to the intelligence place. Whee. Uh-oh. There's
This
a
is
Darth
not your
Minster.
domain, Keeper. It is mine. It has always been mine.
Of course, my
Oh,
lord.
All you have built here, all you hope to control, it falls apart as easily as a human life. An hour ago, the Minister of Intelligence dropped to his knees and wept before me. You would do so too, if not for fear of being humiliated.
Your dissatisfaction is clear, my lord. It will be remedied. Now I'm asking you humbly to leave. These people are suffering in your presence.
I will leave my domain at the moment of my choosing, Keeper. You, Agent, you were the one sent to Hutter. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord.
I am Darth Jadus. You served me well in your dealings with Nemro. You will serve me well again.
okay.
It would be an honor.
Sublimate your desires to those of the Empire, and you will go far. Keeper, you will use this one. She will complete the assignment as I have instructed.
She's quite capable, my lord, but she lacks experience. A more seasoned agent...
I have made my decision. I wish the situation resolved before I leave Dromund Kaas. See to it that my will is done.
Very well. I'll make arrangements. Congratulations, Agent. You've made a friend on the Dark Council. I don't envy you.
Yay! I don't like it either.
Believe me, sir, it wasn't by choice.
I imagine not, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I want you outfitted and ready to leave as soon as possible. Grab your equipment from the lockers and meet me in my office. Once we're through with your debriefing, we'll discuss your next mission.
He's got the coolest voice. Definitely sounds like a guy running an intelligence organization. Okay. Let me get up here. I gotta get my supplies. Doop-a-doo, opening the box. Alright, got my equipment. Now I
Need to
gotta
talk
go
to
talk
Keeper?
to the Keeper. Yeah. There we go. Merp.
Come in, Agent. Let's talk. Kaleo, wait outside, please. One of the watchers will handle your debriefing.
We need to talk about my terms.
I promise you you'll be well compensated. You can discuss the details with the watcher.
If you say so. You two have a good time.
Sir, I've been reviewing the report of your activities on Hutter. You were busier than I'd expected.
Is that a problem, sir?
That's what I'd like to figure out. You were extremely effective in your mission, and I'm impressed by your efficiency. You used violence as a tool and not a crutch. Not many agents find that balance so easily. So I wonder, why did you join Imperial Intelligence?
Travel around the galaxy, lie and deceive for a living. Seemed like something I'd enjoy.
I was afraid of that. This isn't glamorous work. We're sanitation workers. We clean up after the military and the Sith and do the jobs no one else will.
Here, take a
Without
breath.
us,
lying
though,
and
the Empire
deceiving.
falls apart. So we do whatever is necessary, even if it's thankless and ugly. You understand?
I
Yep.
understand completely, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, as to your next assignment. One of the mandates of our organization is to eliminate dissidents and terrorists within the Empire. We've located one cell of radicals here in the capital working toward the violent overthrow of our government. We must know precisely what these terrorists plan.
Should be straightforward.
We've intercepted chatter suggesting the radicals are planning a major attack soon, but we've only identified a handful of cell members. You will investigate the cell and obtain its plans. You'll have 2 operatives assisting you and full support from the Citadel.
Operatives?
Who will I be working with?
Watcher 2, please come to my office. Bring Khalil Danis with you.
Watcher 2, huh? That's a pretty name. Is it Twi'lek?
It's basic. Unlike many civilizations, the Empire teaches its children how to count. Watcher 2 reporting, sir.
Khalil will be already in the field. She'll report to you and take your orders, since you seem able to handle her.
I'm making you look good, Agent. You should be grateful.
Meanwhile, Watcher 2 will be your liaison to base. She'll stay in contact remotely and provide you with mission details.
I monitored the operation on Hutter. Very impressive. I look forward to working with you.
I'm sure we'll get along fine. So what do you do here?
I analyze, I watch, I try to live up to my title.
Watcher 2 is one of our finest analysts, a success from the government eugenics programs. Her brain is faster than most computers.
Our primary lead on the radicals is at the site of a slave rebellion beyond Kars City. You've been outfitted with all necessary equipment already. Once you're in the field, signal me via holocommunicator and I'll brief you in full.
I'll head out immediately.
Remember, you're not undercover. Identify yourself as an intelligence officer if you need to, and use the fear that it creates. You're on Imperial soil now, Agent. Welcome home.
Think I'll better put on my uniform.
And it needs to be pressed and ironed.
Agent, I'm pleased to see you, of course. But I thought you'd be busy with the mission, just as well, I suppose. I'm still plotting the details. So, what can I do for you?
There are some things I've been wondering about Imperial intelligence. I thought we could talk.
There isn't much I can tell you that you won't find out yourself. Not anything I'm authorized to share, anyway.
What about Keeper and Darth Jadis? What's going on there?
Agent, don't get involved in that. You don't survive in this business by getting between your superiors and the Sith. Now, we've both got work to do. Contact me via holocommunicator when you're on site and ready to go, okay?
Alrighty.
Sounds
She's all
good to me.
business.
Looking forward to it all.
Agreed. Goodbye, Agent.
I liked working with the Watcher. It was always kind of an interesting storyline.
Yep.
On the Republic side, I should say. Wasn't the Imperial... Oh, no, it has to be Imperial side.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have a Watcher. Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Watcher 3. Hello, Watcher 3.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't expect you to come over. You're the field agent from Hutter, right? I'm Watcher 3.
Pleasure to
Hello.
meet you, Watcher 3.
And you? Watcher 2 said you'd been performing admirably, especially for a junior agent. Not that I mean any disrespect. I'm not one to talk about seniority here. I've only been Watcher 3 for 6 months. Surprised I even got a Watcher designation. If I can manage it, I'm sure you'll get a title soon.
No one's ever explained how the designations work.
Keeper assigns the categories. Watchers analyze data, monitor targets. Minders handle internal security. Ciphers are infiltrators. You get the idea. The number is just to identify individuals. It's not a rank, really. Of course, there's only one keeper. Anyway, I should get back to work. I'm on surveillance duty and I don't want to miss anything.
Good man. Make sure that you don't.
Of course. I won't keep you.
I think I gotta talk to 2 other people. Let's see, where are they? Ah, there's Fixer 12. He's got an attitude.
You're the new blood? We'll see if you work out. I used to be a field operative, same as you. Now I'm a fixer. I keep this place running.
Why'd you stop working in the field?
Wasn't by choice. I was a good agent until a Jedi shoved a lightsaber through my lungs. That's service. That's sacrifice. People here will tell you that the Sith interfere with our work. Keepers always fighting with the Minister of Intelligence, that sort of thing. Maybe they're right, but it doesn't matter. Our job's to obey orders. Our job's to deal with the enemy.
You're absolutely right.
Then you can consider me a friend. Imperial Intelligence needs more agents like you. I need to get back to duty. But remember our talk. You have potential.
Yay, Fixer.
I'll try to keep it all in mind.
Good choice. Be careful out there.
I think that the guy doing the voice work for that character is the same guy that does the voice for Lieutenant Pierce, the Sith warrior companion. I'd have to check, but it does sound like the same voice. Alright, I'll talk to the alien guy here. Lodenth Kashar. I greet you respectfully, Peepadeep Travartha, and I offer you... Whatever, that was fast. I'm Lodenth Kashar. Can I assist you in some way? Ooh, you work
What is it you do around here?
Since I have no official designation, my duties are flexible. Most days I assist the Keeper and the Watchers, correlating data and analyzing reports. When needed, I also provide psychological profiling of alien behavior patterns. Oh,
Truth
good
is,
to have you.
we need all the help we can get.
Agree. It's a dangerous time for the Empire. We must use whatever resources we have to ensure its safety. Now, you must attend to your business. Don't allow me to distract you further. Now, you've always got options on non-humans to go, "You're an alien!" But Peepadeep doesn't do microaggressions, dude.
Well, that's kind of a Sith thing, though, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the Imperials are pretty racist.
The real Sith, I mean. Hang on a second, because I've got Mr. Pilot over here. I
Always
think he's
go
got
for
some
the
training
quick
for
and
me.
silent kill.
Nope.
I mean, we got to get out of the area.
This concludes our business.
You got to get out of the agent zone before
Yep. All right. I'm headed out.
do anything. We've got a quest to pick up over here at the... Oh, it's the PvP terminal. Never mind.
Nope, we don't have
Meh.
a quest.
Nope. I don't like doing PvP.
I'm going to dump some stuff, though, so hang on a second.
I mean, I'm not into PvP right now. I'm gonna ride down to the Mandalorian place real quickly. Actually, let me just look. Yeah, I'm gonna ride down real quick and see if there's a quest somewhere that I think there is. While you're dumping your stuff.
Buzz on my lap. So every once in a while I need to, like, handle that.
Buzz, kitty cat.
Buzz. My little Buzz.
How's Buzz doing? I've got Hector puppy sitting right next to me. Hector! Okay. When you get a chance, go ahead and fly back to Drummond Cost because we can pick up some quests in Cost City.
Back in Drummond Cost? Which area?
I mean, we are in Drummond Cost, but in
Yeah.
the Cost City area.
Oh,
right
okay.
in the middle. We
Well, I'm
can
headed.
pick up some
I was headed
quests.
your direction, but I'm. Yeah.
I'm gonna ride around and look for where the quests are real quick. Because I remember.
Ready for departure.
Kind of. They need to
Enjoy
pop
your
in
stay.
that too.
All right, headed back to Cost City.
Cost City. Yum, 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 yum.
All right, I gotta pick up this one
Yeah, let's talk to
from
this guy.
Wang Wrightson.
Wang Wrightson.
7 brutal, bloody murders. 7! And the killer is allowed to walk free? Decent, law-abiding citizens, loyal servants of the Emperor are being slaughtered. And what do our security forces do? Nothing. I've seen the killer myself, but the authorities say I don't have enough proof. I demand justice.
You think telling me is going to help?
Well, I'm not fit to confront such an individual, but someone has to. Several days ago, I spotted a bounty hunter following people seemingly at random, but pointing a strange device at them. The descriptions of the murder victims exactly match the people the hunter was following. He's behind these brutal killings, I know it.
Lots of bounty hunters kill for a living. Me, for instance.
There's nothing professional about these murders. They're sickening, depraved even. I followed the killer this morning. Saw him skulking into the Mandalorian enclave. Someone called him by name, Rennigan. This bounty hunter must learn the Empire doesn't tolerate gutter scum like him killing its citizens. He needs to be punished.
Okay then.
Alright. So this little quest here from this terminal. Oh, there's some dailies here that we can do. We don't have to.
Yeah, Starfighter. I don't know. You want to do
these are
Starfighter
all...
one?
No.
No,
Definitely
okay.
not. Never mind. I thought there used to be a quest to pick up to defuse some bombs that are around the city, but it doesn't appear to be there anymore, so fine. So let's go ahead and ride out to see this Rennigan guy. Rennigan dude. Rennigan begin again.
I've got a shuttle to catch. You mind getting out of my way?
You've been a bad boy, Rennigan. Murdering innocent citizens?
No, hold on. I never killed anybody who didn't have it coming. You've been listening to Wrightson. Great. Listen, I didn't murder anybody. I was just hired to tag some random citizens, that's all.
You admit you're mixed up in these brutal murders, then?
No! I never touched any of those victims. My clients did all the killings. I was hired by a group of Sith to organize games for them. Didn't realize what that meant until bodies started piling up. When I confronted them, they laughed. Said Sith have a birthright to hunt lowlives. It's like a sport to them.
I guess that's one way to sharpen your killer instincts.
Where's the challenge in hunting a repair tech or waste disposal expert? I'm in over my head and too many people are watching me now, so I can't even leave. I need help, and I'm willing to pay for it. You interested?
Tell me what I can do for you.
I just want this problem to go away. And I only see two ways for that to happen. Either get rid of the loudmouth pointing fingers at me, or end that sick game the Sith are playing.
I
hate
think
this
your
Sith.
clients need to find a new hobby.
Works for me. I'll have a plan that'll get them so good, no one will have to worry about fallout. Take this hunter tag. Use it on Sith acolytes all around the city. The acolytes will become my clients' new targets. Don't worry. I'll make sure they survive. Come back when you're done, and I'll pay you.
Okay, that's interesting.
So what was the decision? I missed it.
I think we're going to go
tagging
tag. We're tagging
Good.
Sith.
acolytes. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going back to the Cost
Going
City
back to
entrance
the-
speeder.
No, the middle.
Oh, the central taxi. Okay.
Yeah, the arrow should send you there. Alright, now we gotta find these Sith and tag them. So that the Sith that are playing this sicko game will actually be victimizing their own acolytes. Ha 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 ha.
It's green for me. I can't do anything. Oh, I guess I could tag him, huh?
You could, but I just did. You can tag
Okay,
them.
I'll get this guy.
Boom.
All right.
Kaleo's telling me she wants to burn the city down. That's a lot of metal. I don't know if it would really burn that easily. Okay. Find another couple of acolytes.
I'm looking
Are you
for
sure?
acolytes just
The
wandering
consequences
aimlessly
might be
around. I'm going this way.
unpleasant for her. If she sympathizes with rats, let her live like one. And maybe that fortune of
I
hers will
found
go to
one.
someone deserving.
Or you... Is there another one over here somewhere? Troopers, bounty hunter. Oh, okay.
I don't want to tag him unless you're close because you might not get.
Or there's one over here. You should be able to get this. Did you get that one?
Yep. Did you get credit?
Okay. Yep. Well, I got
Okay.
3 out of 4, so I need one more.
Okay, good. Well, you tag that dude that you're next to, and that should be it.
Just looking for one more.
If my partner weren't here, I'd
There's
strike
one.
my speed
Hello.
clean with your
Guy's just sitting around.
Can't hold him off forever. Confess and we can put this behind us.
Did you get it?
Very well. You were hereby sentenced to 2
No.
decades of
No.
off-world slave labor.
I'll have to find another one.
That's what you get for defiling the Imperial banner with your filthy hands.
This one might be ready. Nope, he's got a tag on him still. This one. Here we go. Alright, let's go back and talk to Rennigan again. Rennigan again. Rennigan again, 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 and Rennigan again.
Destination. Enjoy your stay.
Alright. The taxi disappeared, so you were jumping out of thin air.
Yeah.
My clients already ambushed one of the acolytes you tagged. Wish I could have been there. Attacking Sith is a major crime, even for other Sith. I sent the authorities an anonymous tip to watch the acolytes closely. When my clients jumped the ones you tagged, they were arrested and executed. Best work I've done in a long time.
I'm glad to see you're so happy.
In this job, I don't get much chance to feel like I did the right thing. My loudmouth friend ought to shut up, now that the killers have been caught. That should make life easier. Here, take these credits. Couldn't have pulled this off without you. See you around, friend.
Okay.
A piece of armor that's useless. Yay.
That's an up. I got an upgrade on mine. Okay. I have to go travel to the unfinished Colossus. What's your next quest?
So, where is that on the map? Because I'm not...
Okay, that's my quest. So,
Right.
you're not going to see it on the map, apparently.
Okay.
What's your quest?
My quest takes me back to the entrance speeder. And it's a musty trail.
All right, let's go.
Enjoy your stay.
Back to the entrance speeder. Oh, yep. Your quest is exactly in the same area as mine is. If you look on the map, you will see
Oh, yeah. Okay.
you can see mine. Mine should be in purple.
Yeah, yours has a circle around
yours is
it.
the pink one.
Yeah. And then mine's
And then
right next to
when
it.
I'm looking at yours,
Mine has a
when I'm
circle
looking
around
at it, yeah.
Got it. Okay. I guess we travel over there then?
Yep. I mean, we can. I think we should probably just ride rather than taxi.
Right,
because
right.
Then we can get some exploration experience on the way.
I'm going to... Hang on
And
a second. I
open up
want
the
to
map.
change something here. I'm getting rid of my... Not rid of, but I'm just going to use mechanicals for my mounts. So I'm, like, ticking off the other...
Mm-hmm.
If I can see which ones are mechanicals. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, let's see if that works. If I see another mechanical pop up, just like that. That's not what I wanted. There we go.
All right.
You want to go ahead and pop off yours because it looks like it might be a little closer first.
Let's talk to this guy first.
Sergeant Twerkin.
Yeah.
Twerkin.
I have a job for you. An Imperial emergency. Plenty of hazard pay, but you'll have to move fast. Rebel slaves hit my team in the jungle. They stole weapons, supplies. As if that wasn't bad enough, the idiots ransacked our spires for parts. Without those components, we've got a lightning spire building up dangerous energy levels. It'll crater half of Car City if it blows.
How long until the spire explodes?
I can't say for sure. We should have at least enough time to avert the disaster. Most of my men ran off. Some tried to reclaim the spire parts, but the rebels cut them down. I came back here for reinforcements. We need to recover the components the rebels stole and get that lightning spire back online before it goes critical.
The rebel scum will wish they'd never touched the spires.
Excellent. I'll hold off raising the alarm for a while longer. The rebels are camped along the river. Blast them down, pry the stolen components from their hands, and then reinstall them at the spire. If the river runs red with rebel blood, I'll throw in something extra.
Hooray. Blood. Okay. So, we've got to overload Ah, here we go.
Slow down. We can spread out, have a picnic, watch the lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta kill these scouts.
Okay.
We gotta recover a modulator. I got a spire modulator.
Same here.
We gotta recover an overload shield and a capacitor.
Get it now.
My toasty was a little late there. Sorry.
Okay. I got a capacitor. Alright, did you get all the components?
It looks, well, good question. I don't know.
Is your quest say repair the lightning spire?
Yes, it does. So I must have got everything. I guess I got everything at the first attempt, right?
No, we had to kill 3 groups to recover all
Okay.
the pieces. It's just we're very deadly. We're like way higher than the planet. Planet creatures are level 10. And the system is pulling us down to level 17 and we're still murdering things like...
I'm looking for the spire. Oh, there it is. Big button. Access
Big
panel.
button right here.
Yeah. Actually, it looks like a button. The button
It
that's
does.
sewn on side of the building.
Return to Sergeant Clinton. Here you go, Sarge. Here's your thing. We just saved the whole planet. Or the whole city. The heroes!
Okay.
You can relax. I replaced the spire components.
I was just about to call in evacuation orders for the city. Well done. The rebel slaves will think twice before tampering with Imperial property again.
I mean, that was kind of heroic. It's not Imperial citizens' fault that they have evil overseers.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I got another
So we'll
BC.
keep going on the road. Did you unfavorite them?
I thought I did, but some of them, it's hard to tell from the list. What's what?
I think it's just if the box is empty. And if it's full, then you have it favorited, I believe.
No, what I meant is from the names, it's hard to tell which is what.
Oh, I gotcha.
I
Well,
unchecked
that one's
it.
cute.
Yeah, I unchecked a bunch, but
That one's cute.
yeah, there's a couple probably that I
The
left in there.
Mudland Odyx. He's from Galactic Seasons last time. Or the time before, something. He's a Galactic Seasons guy for sure, but I don't remember which one. I'm on a Galactic Seasons one myself. I think this one's from last time.
Oh, look, I got some mail. You got mail.
You got mail, dude.
Ministry of Logistics freelance something. Freelance rewards. Incentives earned. Our database indicates that your account has claimed several bounties this week. Your diligence in bringing swift justice... I've got a cattail in my face. Bye, Buzz. Let's see. Your diligence in bringing swift justice to these fugitives from Imperial law have earned you a merit award. In accordance to Section 47B of the Freelance Enforcement Edict, an incentive has been rendered to you into your custody. Your incentive is non-transferable. Your incentive is not intended for resale. And here comes the lawyer speak. Any dissatisfaction with your incentive may result in infraction. Failure to comply with all section and subsection codes of the Freelance Enforcement Edict will result in termination of your account. The Ministry of Logistics looks forward to your continued excellence in service with the Empire. And all of that for 418 credits. Yay! Yeah, that's too fun. Okay. See, we got the areas that are off to the left, or off to the right here. We got yours and my area are both in that zone, so...
Yep, hold on.
Alright, no worries. There's some heroic missions over here too, by the way.
Do you require medical attention?
I do not.
Be
Thanks
well.
for asking.
What was that?
Oh, I went and talked to the medical droid. Do you require medical attention? Not anymore. Now let's see if that changes things. Hey, my motorcycle's back. Woo. Oh, this guy still. I still got this guy on my list.
What guy?
Oh, this one mount, you mentioned it's probably from Galactic Seasons. And it's like, okay, I don't know which one this is. I'm going to find out. Not that one.
Please use all products only as intended.
I'm ready to go anytime.
All right. Let's see. I think I can only see a small map. I'm going the wrong direction. Hold on a second. Yeah, we need to go back this way. Sorry.
Can you put your mic a little closer to your face?
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you.
No, it's actually right next to my face. It's a really good podcasting mic, so you have to be like right up on it to have the sound pick up.
Yeah, I keep...
If you lean back at all, it fades out.
Yeah, I keep pushing the mic or the sound up, and it's like, okay, it shows that you're broadcasting plenty of sound, but not... In fact, I got to turn it down because you're clipping now. All right, now I'm back, maybe. That's the one annoying thing of streaming this in full. Okay.
Ready to talk to this weird Sith?
Lord Drool?
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. What have we here? A hunter? I have need of you. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Drummond Cass.
I wasn't aware there was a slave revolt going on.
Very soon there won't be. You can assist me in ending it. The situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished, and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
What can these renegade slaves possibly provide you?
Test subjects, of course. A means of perfecting my techniques. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying.
Oh, lovely.
The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
That's very nearly sickening.
That's one of the things I love best about it. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
A job is a job. Just tell me what to do.
A true professional. I respect that. My assistant, Sergeant Slerin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
I frequently skip that quest.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Should I have?
No, I'm not. No.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the Quell toxin.
I'm helping him put down the slave revolt.
Do you truly understand what he's
Because
asked you
we're
to
the
do?
heroes.
What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender? This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I want to see the guy's spreadsheet of the data first.
I'm sure Lord Drow wouldn't appreciate these comments.
Don't get me wrong, Lord Drow is very good at what he does, but he lets his personal bents impede our efficiency. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
What does this have to do with the job at hand?
Everything, if you're willing to help me. Lord Drow's dosage of Quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
I want these renegade slaves to pay for disobeying the Empire.
You're not merely prolonging the slaves' agony, but my own as well. Committed to your work, aren't you? Very well. Take the Quell toxin and inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems. See Lord Drow for your payment when you're done.
Woohoo.
See what I mean? The light side choice on this one is
killing
kill
the
them
slaves.
quickly. Kill them quickly.
Yeah.
The dark side choice is kill them slowly, which you chose. Because you're a dark sider.
Not just the pretty sidekick, Buster.
You have to put the... You have to push the button.
Push the button?
Mm-hmm. Here.
Oh, this thing. Okay, sorry. Didn't see the button. Pushy, pushy. Alright, then we got...
Here is a lore object. Or no, this is a
Lore.
reserve water tank. Right.
Got some more of these guys to off over here.
Have to loot the body.
Yeah, I got something to hack. Yeah. Okay. Wahaha!
Hi guys. Let's see, where are the other water filters? You know what? Let's go this way because we can kill that water filter on the way back.
Oh, the thing up on the platform?
Yep. You gotta push a few more buttons, too. Gotta kill a lot of workers to do this, so I'm just nailing down what I can. You might have some bodies to loot. Oh, he pulled Starlight. Ah, he had pockets in. Pocket sand! Okay.
Water tanks are taken care of.
Yep, now we gotta go push buttons.
Pushy, pushy. Touchy, touchy.
Okay, over here.
You're just too good at killing things. I keep pushing go to kill stuff and it's like, it's already dead.
Yep. That's not my fault, though.
Yeah, that's alright.
That suppressive firepower is just
OP.
a little bit OP. It is a little bit OP. Where is the thing? I know it's over here somewhere. Oh, I know, I see it.
Button? Yeah, it's over there.
Did you notice I put my uniform on?
Oh yeah, you did.
I probably shouldn't be wearing the officer's uniform quite yet, but it's the only version I have right now. So we'll just pretend I already deserve it. I promoted myself. Alright.
Oh, where's this guy? I gotta... He died in the ground.
There's the other button over here.
I'm not just a pretty sidekick, Buster.
Alright.
Got one more.
Don't follow me. I gotta loot this guy.
Okay.
Alright.
I will not
Go
follow
over
you.
to
Oh,
the
I got some.
other button.
I got some stuff to scavenge over here.
Ooh.
Yay! Scavenger number 9.
You should try to never skip a harvest of one of your things if you can help it.
One more time?
Because it gives you conquest. Anytime you can scavenge, or anytime you can do a harvest in the world, you can harvest a node. You get conquest points for that.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Every single time. So, every 10, you get a bunch of conquest points.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing.
So it's important to do it anytime you can. If it's not too much of a pain in the butt. Sometimes, I mean, what I was trying to say is even if it's a material that you aren't using anymore for crafting, you still get credit for it, and you can sell those crafting supplies at the auction house if you don't need them.
Oh, this guy's got some stuff I see a few things I need to pick up behind. I'll be right back.
Cool. We're gonna have to ride back to the weird Sith guy and turn the quest in too.
Yeah, I got one more
When we're done.
tank to touch over
That's
here.
a cool mount that you got. The
Yeah, I like
unicycle.
this.
Cool.
Get it now.
Mako's like, you're gonna get it now. Okay. Consider it got. Getting my final button.
Alright. Gotta return to Lord Drowell. Your torture chemicals are in place, sir.
Okay, crazy Seth.
You delivered the exact results I hoped for. Quell is like an imbibed torture device infesting those rebel slaves. It's exhilarating to see the effects on the survivors who can only stand by and watch helplessly.
I'm glad you're so excited.
Quell toxin will be a great asset to the Empire. Uprisings will end painfully and decisively. You've earned your reward, my friend. Now go. I have horror and despair to observe and chronicle.
Horror and despair. Ooh, I get all
Yep,
kinds of boxes.
I decided that Peep I'm gonna roleplay her as she doesn't really like the Sith. I was toying around with her being... I've done the quest line as a person who's like, for the Empire! And then as a person who's like, yeah, for the Empire, but I don't like the Sith. And as a person who's like, I hate them all. So now I'm just doing I'm trying a sort of rebel without a cause person that just was born in the Empire and ended up as an agent for no reason. Like, just sort of...
Fell into
I think
career.
her family just went, we'll just put her in the service. And she was in the military, and the military sent her over here because they were like, she's too dangerous. She does stuff that's too risky, so send her to the Imperial agency. Send her to the intelligence service. Maybe they'll know what to do with her.
Oh, I got a new belt, and I got some kind of a relic. Yay. Right. Let me catch up with you because I'm still back. I was trying to figure out which relic I was going to take from him on the reward.
That's cool.
Oh. Some more scavenging here. Alright, I'm coming up behind you. A little medical
Please
droid.
use all products only as intended.
Repair and sell junk. And there we go.
Be well.
This guy has a quick heroic if you want to do it, but if you do, let's pick up this other quest first.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And that way we've got a quest.
A whole group of nasty characters. Just what's needed. Seeing as how you're already killing slaves and causing a fuss, how'd you like to make a pile of credits?
Nothing beats a stack of credits.
That's what I like to hear. Let me give you the lowdown. So Darth Valron is on the Dark Council, and his apprentice Lord Ket wants to advance, so he starts building a giant statue to his master. But Lord Ket doesn't want his master to know, so he brings in slaves from off-world. Slaves rebel, and we get this mess.
Buy cheap slaves and get a rebellion. Everyone knows that.
Here's where it gets complicated. Lord Ket wants to save face, but secretly. He calls in me and my mercs. By the time we get here, the slaves have captured some giant industrial drills, and they're getting ready to bring down the whole giant statue. Our best team goes in with explosives to blow up the drills. Slaves kill every last one. Got a pile of credits for anyone who grabs those explosives, hooks them to a giant drill, then fights off slaves until the explosives detonate.
Alright, sounds like something that kind of goes along with the story that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's another quest over here on the left.
Normally I don't... Yeah, that's what I said. Let's go ahead and pick this one up before we go down to the heroic.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
You've been observing them. Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. Who can fathom the mind of a slave? We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes, and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
Never thought I'd take a bounty on a killer slave.
I never thought I'd see slaves run free on Drome and Kars. But that's why we need this information, so we can crush them quickly and completely. Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
Alright.
So, with heroics, we can run over and take the elevator, but I want you to note the quick travel thing on the top.
Top of...
On the quest list.
Oh, recover...
Saving
yeah.
face.
Heroic saving face. Got it.
if you click that little square, that'll just take us where we're going for a
Okay.
heroic. Most heroics are like that. Not all of them, but most of them.
And here we are.
So, first thing we need to do is plow our way through this group of people. And these are heroics, so we're gonna wait. Oh. You are a different group of people. That is not the people we needed to kill.
Oh. The ones I'm doing?
We can kill them. There's no reason not to kill them, but they're not the ones. They're not the ones that are.
Oh, they're bonus.
They count toward our bonus, but come this way.
Yep. Okay, sorry.
Don't
I
apologize.
didn't see where you went. Oh, you went to the right?
Mhm.
You're on the other side of the wall. There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
If you want to do the bonus, we're going to have to move around the map a little bit more than I usually do.
No, that's okay. We can just do this. That's fine.
Frequently, I don't even do the bonus on this one because I'm usually going through here on an 80, just getting dailies out of the way for conquest reasons. So I might not always do the bonus, but there's no reason not to. In fact, it's better for your conquest if you do the bonus, but sometimes I'm just in a hurry to get the credit for the heroics. And it takes a little bit longer to kill them because they are
A little higher level.
Mako's keeping us healed right up though. Hey, we are gonna have all these. We're gonna have everybody exactly to count. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this last group.
Hey! Level.
And there's a body here. You gotta click this body to recover the explosives.
Clickin' body. Clickety click. Okay, plant the explosive on a drill.
We each have to do this, so. Alright, let's go over to a drill. I gotta loot this body here. So we're gonna go over to a drill. There's several drills on the field, but
You only have to get
this
one?
one is the closest. We only need one.
Now I have to defeat the slaves.
Defeat the waves of slaves!
Ah, quick and tidy. Oh, you still got one beating on you? Oh, another wave.
Yeah, there's 3 waves. The last one is like a double star special guy. I did that to him with my legacy power because I got my 5th finished. My 5th warrior. Also, just of note,
Fantastic show. That drill
remember
just
when we were
lit up the
talking
night.
to the NPC?
Here's the credits, as promised.
Okay, come away. Don't look at your stuff yet. Let's get back to the elevator first. Get to safety.
Safely get to the elevator. Elevator boss.
You don't have to get on the elevator yet. You can look at your stuff first.
Yeah, I've got
But
fear that drops.
The guy you were talking about, the guy we were talking to, I mentioned Lord Ket.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Ket had this whole project. Lord Ket this, Lord Ket that. I just met Lord Ket on my Sith warrior. He is an NPC in the Sith warrior class story.
So I got exactly the same stuff that I'm already wearing. In that was nice.
But
That was useless.
presumably a higher level.
No,
right?
same level. 62, yeah. Exactly the same thing.
I got one upgrade. I got a hat. Okay. Take the elevator up. And then we'll go do the things we need to do. We gotta search slave cultists for clues on the way to the rebel slave camp for you. And then I have to go to the secret bunker. So, in that order. You don't have to wait for me to attack these guys. We're mowing them down like they were weeds in the weed garden and we were the weed whacker. We're several levels higher than these guys. It's hard to say several levels.
Several levels.
We are many levels. We are many levels higher than these guys.
We are. We are Murloc levels. Murloc. We are Murlocovian.
All right.
Oh.
We got the clue. You
Yep.
want to go activate the beacon?
Sure. Let's see.
Go talk to this dude. Oh, there's some more people to murder.
That's the signal fire. Oh, okay. I kept looking for a mechanical device. It's like, no, we're actually lighting a
You're not
bonfire.
the initiate, but you're strong to have killed so many. You honor us. Welcome to our prison.
What sort of a freak of a slave are you?
I am Traga Unvor, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion, for only Sith possess true freedom.
Care to elaborate on that?
I know the Sith code. Freedom comes through power, through victory. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
You're completely insane.
Look how these pathetic free men tremble at the sight of me. Now, glorious Lord, you can spread word of us to the Empire. Give us your blessing, and we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
Okay, I'm sure the Sith will enjoy that.
The
I will
Empire
help
will
you.
hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow. And there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
I'm sure you will. Doesn't make you any less of a madman.
You underestimate us. If we meet again, perhaps you will see this. Farewell for now.
We will not
return
meet
to
again.
the shadows.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude, you're still nutso.
Yeah, you're
I'm
still
sure
a slave.
The Sith are going to be so happy with us. Why did you send us this weirdo?
So I'm trying to
Hey,
figure
man, we're trying to help.
out. The Musty Trail. Is that mine?
Yeah. Yep.
What am I supposed to be doing here?
I don't know.
Search
can't
the
read your
camp
quest.
for clues. Okay.
Oh, I know where we're going. Okay, come back this way. We gotta go down to the slave camp down here and search it for clues. Meaning
I am currently
murder the people
clueless.
and take their stuff.
Which wouldn't be the first time. Oh, clues inside of the tent, maybe? There's a
yes,
data
that's
pad.
right. That's right. There is a clue right there.
My dear Altaka, when I got your message, I could scarcely believe it. We have found each other after all these years.
Oh, looks like a love letter from an Imperial noble, no less. Juicy.
Why would a noble be writing love letters to a slave?
That's what I want to know.
It must have been the Force that brought you here to Drummond Curse, dear Altaka. As for your predicament, fear not. I have friends in high places, and for the right price, they have agreed to help me. When the slaves attempt their pitiful revolution, a man will come to you dressed in rags. He will bring you to me. I shall say you are my missing brother. We will be Lord and Lady Dakar. I'm afraid I cannot get you off-world and back to your beloved family, but I promise to make your every moment here a joy. Our lifestyle will be the envy of all, and we'll attend parties at the Nexus Room every night. Be ready to join me, my love.
Wait, so the lady is his lover, but now he's posing as her brother? That's disgusting.
I was just
Sounds
thinking
like
that.
the Nexus Room is where we'll find these weirdos.
Incest is the
I can't
best cest.
see. I can't see it. I've
Oh.
done the quest before, so I know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
But I can't see
This
it.
whole planet is weird.
I am with you there. Let's go meet this Lord and Lady Daka. Lead on, boss.
All right. I got that one done.
Hey.
So I'm going to go head over to your area. Oh, no, I'm not. There you are. Don't you have a quest behind us, right?
I do. Yeah, I
Gotta get the bunker.
If we get unmounted, we will fight those guys. Otherwise,
not-
I'll just...
That's how I usually play it too. It's like, if you can dismount me, then I'll take care of you. But otherwise, you're a flea on my dog.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people to murder in here. Well, might as well start murdering.
Consider you dead. Dead meat everywhere.
I'm not scared of you.
Snot scared. Snot in the least. Slave leader.
Alright, I gotta have a talk with them. Here's the serum I was ordered to put in your face. Owie!
I'm running. Chest hurts and something's in my head. Rain's coming down. Everything's sinking into the ground.
Potent stuff.
LSD.
Haven't seen anyone zoned out like that since Nar Shaddaa.
I think I know you, but I don't remember anything. I don't know what you want. Everything hurts.
I'm looking for someone. Can you help me?
I can help you. Let me help you. I don't know what to do with my head. Please tell me.
Just chop
Do
it
you
off.
know of a slave who stole coded messages?
Drithis is gone. Days gone now. It all goes so slowly. Drithis burns and starts to look like our Colossus. Incomplete. Drithis died fighting in the jungle. I don't remember why we were fighting. Drithis died, I know that.
Do you know where he kept his belongings?
He kept his old life with him. Strange life, strange data pads. He thought they were valuable. Jarethus died with Safin and Ranith and Avoira. All aliens, all friends, all fighting beside the foot of the statue. Jarethus is still there, if the beasts haven't eaten him.
I really appreciate your help.
What should I think about now? I don't know what to do with my head. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'll take the head.
You don't have to think anymore.
I don't have to think.
You're not taking his head.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna leave the head right here.
No! What a waste of a perfectly good head.
You felt it.
Come on, I could have had a head.
No.
I could have gotten a head.
You're gonna have to get a head some other way.
Oh man, that's no fun. All right, so what are the? Oh, gotta go.
We gotta go and loot his body. We gotta go find Jarethus's body and loot it. These guys are in the way, so they're gonna have to die.
All right. You already wasted them, so.
Pretty sidekick, Buster.
So I gotta make a phone call on my holo call.
Okay.
You see over there, there's a double star guy for us to kill.
Looking. Oh yeah, back in the corner. Inciter
Yeah.
Marton.
Why don't you and Mako go take care of the garbage that's in front of him while
All
I
right,
take this
we'll
phone
clear.
call?
Sorry, Captain, you're garbage. You're the lady.
Just because the people that are watching the stream can't see my phone call, so they might as well see something.
Give them something interesting.
Alright, good job. Let's go after this guy and get his loot.
Probably just credits. Rebel,
Ready?
slave, revolutionary. You ready?
Probably is just credits, but I bet he has a lot of them.
I'll let you know.
Oh, I got a green. Nice.
Yeah, did I get anything worth anything? No, not particularly. That's
Alright,
okay.
you ready to ride back and talk to the NPC guy?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Do it!
Where is the Colossus? I don't even see it.
I don't know if we can see it.
I don't think you can. Oh, there it is, behind us.
There it is, all the way up in
Yeah.
the air. If you look up in the sky,
Yep.
he's the statue with all of the scaffolding around him.
Yeah, I was wondering where the Colossus was. This must be a mining area down below us. Actually,
Well, they got it.
They told us that already,
must-
didn't they?
Yeah, they're mining the materials to finish the Colossus, but
medical
it's not
attention?
getting finished. Because of the slave rebellion. Go slaves!
All right, Ensign.
Rebel your little faces off. There's this lovely person.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it
His
you
little
managed to track down one of the murderers.
Boy band haircut is like.
What's their story?
Super.
Can we use them?
The little flip in the front, yeah.
Here. Your answer is on this datapad.
This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become Sith.
I'm just passing the message along.
I understand. Of course. Of course you're right. I'll inform Command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade. But I'll make sure they know too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.
I hope I never see you again in my life. In fact, I hope I get to shoot you in the face one day.
I got an implant.
Hey, okay, I gotta meet with Darth Jadis, and you probably have to hook back up with Krista. So, do you want to
Fast travel back?
Shall we quick travel?
Yeah.
It's almost time for us to be done.
Pretty
About
close.
5
We got
minutes.
about 5 minutes here.
So we
back
can
to
probably
back to the central
city.
taxi. Yeah.
We can probably take care of our little class quests, unless you want to do that first next time.
We can do it next time.
Okay, then we'll just do it. We'll just take care of our banking and stuff for the last 5 minutes.
Other side.
I'm just looking around in here because I can't remember what's
There,
in
sir.
here.
Just as I said.
That looks like him, all right. Bounty Hunter. I am Sergeant Warlax of the Imperial Navy. You are commanded to hand over all your weapons and gear immediately.
Am I under arrest, Sergeant?
Just stay calm and hand over your weapons. You're lucky to be breathing the same air as me, alien. Don't push your luck.
Sergeant, Taro Blood here. Have you completed my little errand yet?
Blood, you steaming pile of filth!
Blast it! I told you not to call on this channel.
Everyone who doesn't want to die, leave now.
Oh, this is ridiculously tiresome. He's still alive? What is wrong with you, Sergeant?
Sir? Who's that guy? Blood. I'll talk to you later. Ignore the chatter, men. Let's take this hunter in.
I don't know what's going on here, Sarge, but I know it stinks. Yeah. Either you cut us in on this deal, or we walk.
You can't spend credits if you're all
He's
dead.
in the same boy
makes a
band as
whole
that
lot of
other guy.
sense. Let's get out of here. I'm with you.
Cowards! The rest of you, attack!
Oh, really? And none of them
It didn't
dropped
help.
anything.
I thought you might want the satisfaction of murdering all those guys.
Yeah, but I can't take their heads. So that's kind of
Well,
like...
that's not my problem.
Meanwhile, hi, Lord.
Lord Daka.
Doc Ha. And I see your sister.
Yes, may I help you with something?
Darling, please don't speak to that thing. It's clearly not supposed to be here, and we shouldn't let ourselves look like we approve. Come, let us get a drink.
Not much of a family resemblance between you and your brother.
We had different mothers. Yes, that's right. We're only half siblings. Unless I'm misremembering.
Stow it, darling. Just feel the smug knowledge radiate from him. We knew this might happen eventually.
Yeah, only so long you can keep dating your brother before something goes wrong.
So you know our little secret. What does an insignificant creature like you want? What would make you dare threaten a noble?
I was promised a pile of credits to take him back to the Republic.
You mean back to my family, don't you? But I thought, You told me I was trapped here, that I would have to forget my family, that this charade was the only way.
Charade?
Inside voice, darling. I may have exaggerated a bit, but hasn't it been nice here? The parties, the late nights, the intrigues and such?
You witch! Keeping me here as your plaything when I could have been home with my sisters and dear mother.
Yeah, we know how you
You'd
treat
be
the
such
sisters.
a whiny pain. It's a wonder your nobility. Let us make a new deal, bounty hunter.
Make this fast, lady. I've got other things to do.
My darling, my lovely Altaka. Wouldn't you rather stay here with me than run home to your pathetic Republic family?
What? Of course not. You treat me like a pet, and this planet is disgusting. In fact, I'd rather...
Yes, you've made your tiresome viewpoint clear. Then here is what I propose. I assume Altaka's family will pay less for just his body. Kill him, show me the slip, and I'll compensate you the difference.
What? You want him to kill me?
You think I'd let you walk away and be someone else's pet? Never.
This keeps getting more disturbing.
She's insane. Please, take me back to my family. It would mean so much to them, to my poor mother.
I don't kill people unless I have to.
Well, that's not particularly true, but okay.
You've made a very big mistake here today. Now take this thing and leave.
We'll get a
Your
lot more
kind
money if you
does not
bring him back
belong
alive,
here.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm too good for this place.
Just leave.
All right, got him in my pocket.
Alrighty. Well, our session is done.
Yes, we are done
today.
for the day.
We are done for the day.
So I wanted to get my character into the rest zone so I can like rest because he's tired. He's
Yep.
hauling around a big
He's
chunk
had a
of
big day.
carbonite.
He's had
All
a
right.
big day trying to convince his friend to let him cut off all the heads.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Peep won't let me cut heads anymore. So what can I say? Until I see you next time, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Definitely have a good evening. Love you all. Thanks for the follows. See you soon. Bye now.